Hey there, welcome to the channel. It's time to continue building the Disney castle. And I'm glad you could join me. The best way, of course, to join me is live, whenever I go live. But in case you're watching this a little bit later, I hope you feel just as welcome. And if you want to ask me something or leave a comment or you have some suggestions for the channel, by all means, that's where the comments are for. So make sure to leave a little message behind and I'll get back to you. I always try to answer to all the channels. If you're new to the comments. If you're new to this channel, I'm Father Roderick. I'm a Catholic priest. I live in the Netherlands. And I happen to love Lego, and I've been building for about 2 years now on YouTube. And at one point I started this spin-off channel from my main Father Roderick channel on YouTube. So I could do a little bit more Lego without annoying people that don't like Lego. So I have to make sure, of course, that I also monitor the chat, because I can see Pikachu is there and Niels is there too. Welcome, welcome. And I'll just mute the sound here, and I can use my phone to read the comments. So I have that right in front of me. I don't need to squint to read whatever is on my small laptop here on the side. I think right now what we're going to do is, so we finished, let me switch to the Lego close-up camera. This is the current state of the castle. Last time I streamed, we built this side wall, and I assume that we're now going to do the same for this side that is still open. You can still see the innards of the castle. But of course you never know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and point it at my hands so you can see the setup of what I'm doing. Now we're going to get to more complicated parts of the castle with more elements that are required. So it's possible that sometimes I'll have to open some bags, which is going to, of course, create some noise. However, I understand from some of you that instead of me playing music, you'd actually prefer me to just, let you listen to the sounds of all the bricks. Apparently this has ASMR value. Hello, Lawrence. Good evening. How is Belgium in the lockdown? Oh, in fact, I think what we're first going to do is another. I don't know. Let's not predict what we're going to do. Let Lego surprise me. Okay, so where? I'm just going to open some bags. We'll see if I open the right ones. Okay. Should be a smaller one. Maybe it's this one. think it is. It snows in Bruges, really? That must be a pretty sight. They told us we're going to get some snow here in the Netherlands as well on Saturday. Okay, no, this is apparently not the one I should have opened. Okay. Wow. Now I'm going to push the castle aside a little bit, and I'm going to switch to split screen. Why don't I... Wait. I'll do like this, and then this, and then I'm going to add this one to the right. Yeah, that's probably slightly less confusing for you. Okay, where is that? Ah, this is the one, I think. This is the one. Oops. Maybe I should have brought in some containers. I'm always a bit worried that I'm gonna lose some of the pieces. Okay. This goes here. I haven't touched the Nintendo Switch for about 3 months, ever since I got COVID. I did not. Well, I think last time I played what's it called? Animal Crossing. It wasn't even winter, so I was growing pumpkins, I think. It's the last thing I remember. I barely have time for video games because I've started editing again, TV show, deadlines. So yesterday and today were particularly tough because I had to meet a deadline with an episode that I filmed for about 8 years ago. So I was using old equipment back then. I had no experience in editing. So a lot of the material and the footage that I needed to work with required a lot of tweaking to make it, well, to get it up to standards. And since back then I didn't have much experience editing, I also had to, or back then I would just film, sometimes I would film a lot, and then other days I would film almost nothing. So in order to tell the story with that, you need, of course, footage for every part of the story. And if you don't have footage, then basically you can't tell that part of the story unless you're super creative. So that was a very demanding edit, and I've got 2 more of those episodes to finish. I can't find those slanted pieces. That's weird. They're not here. I just don't want to open all the bags at once. It's not in there. Certainly not in there. This isn't it either. Maybe this one. Ah, there it is. This is the wet one. Yeah, notice that they are converting quite a few Nintendo Wii games for the Switch. And I think that's a lot of fun for people that have played those games for nostalgia's sake. They just want to, play those games again. I did have a Nintendo Wii, but I didn't play it that much. Same reasons. Not enough time. Oh, the days I was in school and I played video games like 5 hours a day. Sometimes I wonder what happened to those years. Then again, my parents were paying for everything. Now I have to pay everything myself, including my rent. Let's see. I need one more of those slanted pieces. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Great. I can tell that I'm a little bit sleepy. So I worked until, what is it, midnight? No, even beyond midnight yesterday. I think I was in bed at 2:30. Nah, not that late. Let's say 2 o'clock. And then this morning I was up at 5:45 to finish the last part of the edit. So I'm actually quite surprised that I'm still up. And the fact that I seem to have energy to do this is it's a good sign. It shows I don't think I would have been able to do this last month. So hopefully I'm making some progress. Although maybe I'll have to pay the price tomorrow. I won't be able to get out of bed. It's time to open yet another bag, I think. Yes. There we go. And this one goes here. You have online school, Lawrence. How is that working for you? Is that feasible? I really applaud the teachers that have been able to adapt so quickly. Because it's a totally different way of teaching, I suppose. You can't point at things, you don't have a blackboard. It's crazy. Okay, so what is that supposed to be? 2 of those and then 1 of those. 1 plus 2. Okay, but where are those? Not in here. I haven't seen those anywhere. Nope. Interesting. Or would that be a different color? That's possible, of course, that they want me to use these dark blue ones. But that doesn't make sense. Seems to me that they're all supposed to be the same color. Or not. The other day we had someone who had already, who was also in the process of building this castle. I forgot who it was, but that would be very useful to have someone who's already built this and can help me out a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to move ahead a little bit and see if I can figure out where the rest of those blue pieces go. Wow, this is a huge section. Okay, here we go. So that's regular blue. I guess that is supposed to... Oh, that's purple. Huh. Okay, we haven't seen purple yet. So regular blue, then we've got that one. Okay. I'm very surprised. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. I'm afraid that if I pick the wrong color blue, then later on I'll discover that I should have used a different color. Because you've got dark blue and light blue, and these two, in the manual, they almost look identical. Although I don't see light blue square pieces at all anywhere. Okay, so here we have this other, it's the same blue. The blue here, the light blue, is also depicted as very dark blue. So it's clearly kind of a problem with the print, or maybe also with the light here in the room. The light up above is very yellow. It's cheap IKEA stuff. But for colors, of course, it's much better to have lights that are plain, like daylight color. You know, now that it's New Year, maybe I should just go ahead and buy some new lights. I do have lots of spotlights, but those are good for filming interviews. I do have one light up here that is, let me show you with the other camera. So here, this, you see this big bright light? That is currently the only light that shines directly on the Lego. But it's still relatively small. I think I need something a bit bigger. And then up above, there, you see those lights? That's the yellow stuff. And it's shining straight down, so it's creating these, what you call them? There's a name for that. Like big, well, drop shadows on my eyes. So it's not the best light for this, but ever since I started doing Lego, I've been struggling with light. It's just very hard to, when there's so much going on. Look at all the stuff here on the table. How do you film that? I don't know how other streamers do that, although I've noticed that a lot of the other Lego streamers also are just kind of doing what they can, working with the equipment that they have available to them, which is not always the best. I guess it's also, you know, it's not just the image quality that matters, it's also just the fun of building something. All right, I'm just going for, so I'll show you here on the camera on the right what I'm doing. So I've got two different, you see the difference in color? You've got dark blue, and then you've got this one. And in the manual they have this, they are the same, but I don't have dark blue versions of this, and I don't have light blue versions of this. In Belgium, all the middle schools have an online platform named Smart School. You have to log in, and then you have a live session with the teacher. Yeah, I suppose that's available now. So, and I guess that a lot of schools want to use something a bit more specific than just Zoom. Now, since currently I have a very small organization, I can do everything just by using WhatsApp and keep it very simple and lightweight. But I guess that if I ever scale up, we probably also use a lot of those online communication systems. It's just I don't like sitting in front of a webcam and having like 20 people up on the screen. The broadcasting company that I work for, the bigger one, they do these meetups where it's kind of just socializing. So they will have like an afternoon drink or something like that, and everybody is just sitting in front of their webcam, and they have this, Zoom meeting. And to me, that I've never participated in something like that. It's just so unnatural. Not to mention that I'm not much of a socialite anyway. I probably wouldn't go to an afternoon meeting if it were possible in real life either. So, but for some people, those can be lifesavers because not everyone is a hermit like I am. Some people just crave the meetups, and they need to be around people, otherwise they break down. And I guess I'm just one of the advantages of being me is that I've never had much to do with. I was always kind of doing stuff by myself, even when I was still in secondary school. I would just love to. I loved sitting in my room and drawing cartoons, and sometimes I'd make these miniatures. I didn't have much Lego back then. Just the stuff that I played with when I was like really young. But I guess that if I would have been able to afford it, I'd probably also have built quite a bit of Lego. And I just loved just sitting there and listening to music. And this was way before the internet as well. But then most of my classmates, they just always wanted to go out. They wanted to go dance and school parties, and oh man, I just so not into that kind of stuff. It just took away precious time. I would also love to program on a computer or play these adventure games. I had a small UK computer called the ZX81, which I think they also sold under a different name in the US. And I was just so mesmerized by video games and being able to, especially text adventures. Those are the best. You could just imagine a world. You didn't need any graphics cards for that. You could just play a story, and then some of those adventures were so well written. I missed them a bit. Then again, I don't think I would have the patience nowadays to go sit and play through a text adventure, but some of them were so good. Maybe I'm romanticizing those days, and if I would play them again nowadays, I'd be super disappointed. But we're so spoiled with the quality of video games nowadays. It's insane. The things you can do now with computers. Okay, I need a brick that is 3 studs wide, and again, I can't seem to find it. Oh. Seek and ye shall find. I've got it. All right, put it here. I hope the 2-camera solution works. Oh, there was a problem with the server. In Belgium, all the middle schools are open but not full-time, so we can't go to school full-time. Many students have a week school and then the other week online. Ah, okay. So from what I've heard, the British variant or mutation of the virus is currently also infecting younger people, or at least it spreads through younger people as well. And I'm afraid that could pose a huge threat to, any type of on-location education. I would not be surprised if we'll see school switching entirely to online for the rest of the school year. It's just still so unreal. If you think of the consequences, I mean, who could have imagined this like about a year ago? Even in those early days, I think we all felt, yeah, this may take a few weeks. We're still thinking in terms of weeks. And of course, nobody talked about mutations, and the vaccine wasn't there, and like a lot of people thought, oh, is it really going to be this bad? And look at us now. And yet, I still feel that many of us have adapted, more or less. Okay, we need to use these stickers that I misplaced yesterday, or yesterday in the previous in the previous session. So these bricks look very much the same, but they're not entirely the same, the stickers. So that's where I went wrong last time. Okay, I can still see a little bit of the damage by pulling them off, but since this is supposed to be a little bit irregular, I don't think it matters that much. There we go. All right, look at that. Not bad. Okay, more wall. These pieces always feel a bit like skipping the hard work. These are huge. So you can quickly make progress on a wall without much effort. And of course, for Lego, probably also cheaper. All right, here we go. White. This is 1 and 2. There we go. Yes. Very good. So hopefully over time this channel will start to grow. I do notice that at least a few people are starting to see this in their recommended videos or live stream. So what I need to figure out in the coming weeks is when is the best time to go online, what is the best frequency, and I probably will also have to start making some offline videos instead of just live. It's very hard to build a channel with just live videos. So I'm thinking of doing like animated stories or something like that. But of course it needs to be easy to make. And I need to have inspiration, which is always the hardest part. It sounds so easy. Oh, I'll make some funny videos with Lego, but yeah, well, about what? In that respect, just doing the religious videos with Lego was fun because it's kind of immediately serves a purpose. So it was more I could come up with ideas easily. Maybe I'll go back to that. Do you have plans to do some vlogs? Not really. I've done some vlogging in the past, but it's just not exactly my type of production. I'm good at documentary making, so I'll definitely do more of that. But just vlogging, like I'm walking here, and I don't think I'm entertaining enough. I like chatting. I like this, just streaming and just having a conversation. That I can do, and I will do that in the future as well. But I don't think vlogging is my thing. I really tried in the past, but I never got into it. And it's weird because it feels so similar to what I do for TV, but it's actually quite different. It's like TikTok. I love what people do on TikTok, but I'm not sure if that's my thing. Although I wish it was. I'm very impressed with what people do on TikTok, the creativity and just the amount of information that's on there. It's insane. So I think one of the things that is sometimes hampering me is that I can't really pick a niche. In order to reach an audience, of course, you need to pick a topic. At least that's what works best. And my problem is I have so many different fields of interest. I mean, I liked talking about Star Wars, but also Star Trek, and I like Lego, and I like to talk about theology and travel and equipment and technology. So that was kind of also my problem with the vlogging is, well, what am I going to vlog about? General stuff is not that interesting. And I can't seem to pick one topic. That's why I created this Lego channel, so at least I can just do Lego and chat. And that kind of works well, I think, for Lego. But I can't start a new channel for every single conversation or topic that I want to have a conversation about. Can I? Okay, so now I need some white and black pieces. Okay, we've got this, and now I need two black. Oh, here they are. Perfect. So when I scroll through my TikTok feed, I often envy just all these creators that are on TikTok, and they just don't seem to have any inhibitions. They just talk like that, and I'm sure the most successful ones do prepare, and they do know what they're doing, but it's such a, I don't know, it's a craft, it's an art. And I'm full of admiration for those creators. Maybe it's also because I tend to be a perfectionist, whereas TikTok is all about speed and just speak your mind and share something that you're excited about. But as I'm always I'm always thinking, but I want to do it really well, and so I need to script what I'm going to say, and that has been my pitfall on YouTube as well, where I would overproduce my videos, and I would just work for hours and hours and hours on one video, and then afterwards people would tell me, but we just want to see your reaction. Just be yourself. Don't try to overdo it. And maybe that is because of my work in TV that I'm used to always focus on quality of the image and being well prepared. And I do a lot of, in editing, I fix a lot of the mistakes that I made while filming. But if you apply that to the work as a YouTube producer, you'll never get anything done. So I need to step out of that attitude, and maybe the trick is to just where does this one go? I didn't tell you, did I? This? Maybe like this. I'm not certain. I think that's right. So I've been thinking on my regular YouTube channel, what is the most sustainable thing that I can do there? And I keep coming back to reaction videos. And that's what people seem to enjoy. And that's a lot of fun sharing that, my enthusiasm about something. That's just very gratifying, and it's not very demanding either. I mean, filming a reaction is it's a few minutes work. Okay, here's number 2. The wall is coming together quite nicely. Hey, by the way, if you're watching this and you haven't introduced yourself yet in the chat, I'd love to know who's on the other side of the screen, so feel free to introduce yourself. Or just say hi, that's fine too. Okay. I wonder how much time this is going to take me. I've got a gazillion pieces here on the table, and I wonder when this is going to come together. Right now it's mostly searching for the right piece. Oh, here it is. I remember that when I was building the Millennium Falcon, you'd have sometimes like 40, 50 pieces that were identical. Well, there was a lot of repetition in that build. So even though the total amount of bricks was a little bit intimidating, it was still quite easy to find the pieces you needed because there were so many of the same. With this, it's a little bit more, there's definitely more variety in the different elements used. Hello, Matthew. Which phase of the castle am I building? I think this is again one of those side walls. My guess that this goes on the right side of the castle, but I'm not certain. I mean, this may also be like already the second floor. this definitely has more details than the first wall that I made. Okay, now we're going to do those bricks with a hole in it. I need one more, and then 2 of these blue thingies. Alright, so we put this in here. I was wondering, does the microphone, does it actually pick up the sound of the bricks or not? So I keep hearing from people that watch this channel that they find it relaxing, so they'd rather not have me play music or something like that. Whereas I was thinking, it's so boring. It's I'm being so quiet. I should entertain. I should talk. Okay. Oh, wait. One more before I turn the page. Oh, great. You finished the castle last week. It is. I think it's going to be huge, yes. But I'm glad you're there, because sometimes I can use some advice. Like before you logged on, I was confused by the blue, like the blue pieces. There seems to be like a difference between the dark blue and the light blue, but in the manual they look almost identical. I was afraid I was missing something. Oh, the videos are relaxing and good company. That's great to hear. Thank you. Ah, wonderful. The microphone does pick up the sound of the bricks. How long do you think it will take to complete it? It's always it's hard to predict. I'm now at about, I'm not even at halfway through the manual, so, and this has taken me, what, 2 weeks? Maybe in total. Of course, I started building this maybe like even before COVID. So I'm picking it up now. But I think I've had like, well, you can actually look at the videos, because I think that this was the first project that I posted on this YouTube channel. And every session is about an hour to an hour and a half. So yeah, if I've been building for 5 or 6 hours now, and I'd say I still need 10 hours. So that would be 10 sessions? I don't know. We'll see. The Harry Potter castle at one point also completely tripped me up. And it started off with this whole base that you had to build. It took forever. And then I was like, okay, now that the base, like the big rock on which the castle rests, is done, now the rest of the castle is going to be quick. But it wasn't. That was also a very difficult build. Technically, there were a lot of things that looked impossible to do. Because everything is so well put together, but there's also almost no margin for error. You can't wing it. Which is, with Lego is always a bad idea to just wing it. You'll eventually will have to pay for the mistakes that you made. And I think with the Harry Potter castle, I've had quite a few moments where I had to start again and disassemble what I'd made. Okay. Like this. Yep. Oh, you remember watching me start this? I think it was in like maybe February last year. I don't know, you'd have to go back to the main page of the YouTube channel and check the date on the video. But it's crazy, it's almost as if life just stood still. The moment COVID started to dominate our lives, it's almost as if an entire year went by and I can't remember anything I did. So strange. This one then. Oh, don't fall apart now. There you go. Huh. How is that supposed to work? Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. I see. This. I forgot this step. There we go. On the walk, I told that a statue got stolen from the garden. Yeah, it got stolen. It's still gone. It was a bronze statue. It was actually a part of a group. It was basically two kids from a familiar children's tale, Jip and Janneke in Holland. So they had so basically a boy and a girl that were just sitting there, and they stole the girl, I think. Yeah, and it's probably because they couldn't pry off the boy from where it was fixed, and they used equipment actually to saw off the girl, the statue of the girl. So it means that they clearly knew what they were doing. This is not vandalism. So to me, it's pretty obvious that they were just interested in the metal itself. It's bronze, so I assume that that is worth something. It's just so sad. We can't have nice things anymore in this world. There's always someone who wants to destroy it or steal it. There's so many other ways to make a living. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. That's one of the reasons of one of the advantages of being a content creator is that what I do, it does involve equipment, of course, but all that is replaceable. The true value of what I do and what I own in a certain way or have is immaterial. It's in the cloud. It's the final production. So a lot of what I have is replaceable. So, sometimes I'm traveling, for instance, with cameras, and of course I always make sure that I keep an eye on my equipment. But I'm never really, panicked about it, because I'm thinking, well, what's the worst they can do? They can steal my camera. Oh well, I have another camera. I can film with my cell phone. But nobody can take away my videos or my podcasts. Those are just there, and there are tens of thousands of people that have them, that have access to them. So I guess the worst thing that could happen to a YouTube creator is when they close the channel because of copyright infringement or something like that. So here's another tower that comes together. Check that out. So I just fixed this one. So I can imagine that, or just what happened, the whole discussion about Twitter and other social media blocking Trump from his channels. Regardless of what you think of the measure, but for the person, oops, whoa. If that happens to you, then that really must be terrible. Because then all of a sudden you can't communicate anymore, at least not the way you were used to. But it's not just communication that stops, but also you kind of lose your audience. That, of course, is one of the risks of... okay, so now I have this white piece and I don't know where it came from. I think it was up here. Yeah, I think it was up here. That's one of the risks of relying on big networks like YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, and instead of having your own website, you don't own the place, you just use it. I mean, I don't own YouTube. They can do with my videos and with my channel whatever they want. So if for some reason they decide that this channel is offensive or a danger to public safety, then in theory they could close this channel down, and well, I'd lose my how many subscribers do I have? How many people are watching this right now? I'd lose contact with my 8 viewers. Most of you know me from other channels as well. So I guess the best strategy is to just diversify. Make sure you have various channels to stay in touch with your audience. So even if one falls apart, or what happened in the past was also sometimes these platforms would just collapse and there would be nothing left. I've been on a lot of social networks and platforms that don't exist anymore, and people hardly remember them. But as long as you have multiple points of contact with your audience, I think that you're relatively safe. Unless, of course, you are Donald Trump and, like almost every social media platform has now forbidden him to post, or made it impossible for him to post. But then, of course, there's always traditional media. For important people, they can always rely on television. That's one of the perks of being famous or having an important position. You can just do a press conference and other people will write about you, and then nobody can stop that. But for us, regular folks, for a lot of us, the social media is, we need social media to communicate. I guess most people don't even have the ability to create their own website, and even if they did, Would people find you on a website? I don't just go online and search for websites. It's usually when I'm searching for something very specific that I end up consulting a website. But then that requires you to have a good SEO, so you need to use the right words, and the search engines have to know you exist and have indexed your content, etc. Okay, so they're gonna let me put this big black monolith here in front of the window. That's not very pretty. But I think for now, this channel is relatively safe. I haven't seen any Lego riots yet. There we go. All right, starting to make some progress here. Let's put this one here. So the other day I saw a Lego channel where they had like 3 people building at the same time in different locations. They were using, I think, Skype or some kind of video connection. And they were constantly chatting amongst each other while they were building. Or maybe just one guy was building and the other guys were commenting. I started the stream right when they were wrapping up, so couldn't really tell how it was done. But I kind of like that idea as well. Having a conversation with people, and I wonder if I could do something like that on this channel. I just don't know, how would that work? Probably, well, I guess with Skype. I can integrate Skype on the software that I currently use on the little MacBook. Oh, Neil's got a black screen. Oh, really? Okay. That may have been something on your end. I hope so, at least, because I don't know what would have caused it. I guess we jinxed it by saying, what can go wrong? Bloop, black screen. I used to have these computer crashes while I was working to meet a deadline, and nowadays I use Adobe to edit, Adobe Premiere. But I used to work with Avid. Avid's kind of the standard, or used to be the standard editing program that was used almost everywhere. But Avid was very old, a bit like Windows, where they have been building every new build on top of what was there. And so that program was so prone to crashing. It was insane, and there's nothing worse than when you're already working against the clock, and then you're working on, and editing is extremely energy consuming. It's very demanding, and then having the computer freeze, and then it was also quite an ordeal to get that to go back to the previous version. Even in Adobe, it's not the easiest thing, but at least I now know how to recover like an edit that still works. Because sometimes you just do something that that the program can't handle, and then you can't load that particular version of your work anymore. But with Avid, I remember sometimes staying up an entire night just to salvage my work after computer crashes. I have to say that with Adobe, it's much more stable, even compared to a year ago. It does every once in a while crash, but it's never, the damage is, so far, has never been that dramatic. I was always able to get going, half an hour after the crash at max. So, and with Windows, same thing. I hardly ever have a Windows crash nowadays. A few years ago, that was still common. That would happen quite often. The blue screen of death, or when playing a video game, when your computer would just completely stop working, or the game would freeze because your graphics card got overheated or something, or just bugs. So I'm hearing from people who play Cyberpunk that that particular game does still crash in the middle of a game, and then you even lose progress, which is, of course, the worst. It's a shame because I think the game looks so fascinating. I love open world games, and especially this one that kind of plays in a Blade Runner-like environment. It looks so my cup of tea, but because of all the bugs, and because of also it was quite expensive when they launched it, I was like, yeah, I'll hold out a little bit. Now apparently the prices calmed down tremendously lately because of all the bugs, and I guess nobody wants it anymore. So maybe now is a good time to actually purchase the game and start playing it. But now I don't have time anymore because I had a few weeks around Christmas, which wasn't really vacation, but less work than normal, let's put it that way. But now I have 15 weeks ahead of me. Every week I have a deadline. So I got to deliver a TV show every single week for 15 weeks. That's insane. Yesterday when it was so late and I just somehow just couldn't finish the edits, I was like, well, why do I do this? Why do I continue to do this work? And the editing is the part of the work that is the most frustrating and time-consuming, and it is fun in a certain way to create something, and you basically you make something out of nothing. You just have loose footage, and after 2 or 3 days of work, you have a TV show. I'm always fascinated by that process. It's almost like writing a novel or painting something. It's different from Lego, at least it's pre-programmed Lego. You know what you're supposed to get. You just look at the image and you know that if I just follow the steps, it will be what it's supposed to be. With video production, you never know what you're going to end up with. But I was just telling myself, well, why don't I just stop this television job that I've done for, 11 years now? I think this is my 11th year that I'm working in TV. And just be a YouTuber. It's so much more fun. It's so relaxing. I mean, it is not, 10 o'clock in the evening. Yesterday I was still working so hard behind a computer. And when I work, I don't have fun. Whereas this is just a lot of fun. Then again, I'm thinking with 12 viewers, that's probably not going to generate an income I should first grow the channel a little bit before I can stop my day job. Okay, I am now seriously missing one element, unless I've already put it in place, but I don't think so. Well, actually I did. Oh, great. It's like this one piece is missing. This is because I am lazy. What I always should do is first gather all the pieces for the particular step so that I make sure I don't forget anything. I thought I learned that lesson while building Hogwarts, but apparently not. Or I'm just dumb, making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Okay, this is a side brick. What about that one? That one goes here. And the black piece goes here. Good. All right, what's next? 4, 3 of these. Is that 1? Now we're getting to the part where we need all these small pieces. That's going to clean up the desk a little bit, thankfully. Brown, and then 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, and 2 more of these. Perfect. This. Oh, we're going to make one of those pivoting pieces. I recognize this from the last time. It's very nifty what they do here. Although the circular ones are always a bit tricky. There we go. Then 2 of these. 1 of these. Yep. And we place that here. Okay, so now this can move back and forth. Ah, another piece of the tower. And that one needs a sticker. Number 2. Yes, and this time the sticker has to be somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Like here. I guess so. There we go. Very good. Well. Oh, so this black piece is going to be covered completely. Right? I see. Ah, good, good, good. That works well. Next we have this white circle. I'm going to up the camera a little bit. And two of these gray ones. How and where? Hey, I missed something. Ah, I skipped. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot a lot. Hold on. Let me go back. This one. I was probably just chatting with you guys. Completely forgot a few pieces. This one. This all looks good. Where else did I go wrong? Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot that step. This. One. And now I have this. One more. Right there. Yep. Let me turn that like this. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yeah. This. Oh, wow. I have been sleeping. I need to pry this off again. It's a bit too early with that. This first needs 1, 2. Yes, and now we're going to put the white circle on top of it. There. Very good. All right, Niels, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Dr. Agonias. When you make your own Lego creations, you don't always know what the finished project will be. That's true, that's true. Hey, Mr. Slavinator. Greetings to you too. All right, 4 white ones. And we have this too. How many of these? I think I've forgotten something else. Haven't I? Oh, yeah. All right. 1, 2. I'm going to put this one. Oh, wait a minute. Gah. Where do I put that? Here? Okay. And this one here. I wish these, whoa, careful now. What was I saying? Sometimes I wish the manuals would be in 3D, like a real 3D. Sometimes it's like you can't tell exactly where, because it's the isometric perspective. Most of the time it works well, but there are these cases where I really doubt, like, oh, where is this in space? Okay, 1, 2. how can I show you what I'm doing? Maybe like this. You subscribe to all my channels. That is so kind of you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy what I do. Where are you from, if I may ask? And two of these and this. Very good. Oh. Interesting building technique. This one here. From England. Very cool. Also in lockdown, I assume. For some reason, I read the Slavinator, and I'm thinking like Eastern Europe or something like that. Okay. What am I going to build here? 1, 2. What's this going to be? Hey, Tony. From beautiful California. So what time is it right now in California? It's like you guys are 8 hours behind the Netherlands? Is it Pacific time, or I always get confused? I used to have in my previous rectory, I had a wall behind my computer screen, and I bought like 5 or 6 different, or actually identical clocks, and they were all set to the different time zones, just like you see on in the movies, you know, in the office of a newspaper. I thought it looked really cool, and then later on I think I threw them away because I was like, well, I can do that on my phone, but I don't do it on, I never check time zones on my phone. Because yes, it's possible technically, but it's such a hassle. So maybe I should just go back and see if I can get those clocks. But then again, I now stream from different locations in my house. I'm sure there is a widget or something I could install. I wonder what I'm making here. Right now, it just looks like a chocolate bar. Ooh, chocolate. So what's your favorite type of chocolate? I'll tell you mine. First, want to hear what you guys like to eat. Or maybe you don't like chocolate at all. It's possible, albeit weird. Hey Lawrence, good luck in school, even though it's digital. And enjoy the snow in Bruges. Oh, it's 1:20 p.m. All right, so, and here it is 10. Wow, you guys are 9 hours. You still have the entire future in front of you. And for us, your future is already our past. It's going to be a good day, I can guarantee you that. Hey, Skedge77 from Arkansas. 3:20 in Little Rock. That always sounds like an opening for a radio hour. It's 3:20 here in Little Rock, and you're now going to listen to so-and-so. I don't know, Little Rock, there's something cool about that name. It beats Amersfoort, or the village where I currently live is called Hooglanderveen. Hooglanderveen with the Dutch Klingon G. Okay, I'm missing a piece here. Of course it's there somewhere, and I'm probably staring at it. But I don't see it. Come on. Where is it? All right, let's find the other. This one? Yeah. It's got to be somewhere here. I don't see it. I'm just gonna sort. Oh, there it is. Hiding underneath the one yellow brick. Pacific Standard Time. So that's -6. And now it's 4:22 in Virginia. So that's 16. That is 6 hours behind us. So that's like New York time, right? I'm most familiar with that, with Eastern Standard Time, because I used to work with people from Georgia, from Atlanta. And so every time we had a meeting, I knew that I had to subtract 6 hours to know what time it was over there. But then the other time zones were a bit confusing. So it's -9 hours for the West Coast. So that would be LA, San Francisco, San Diego, etc. I think Denver is like -8 or -7 hours. They're on like Central Time, I think. The worst is Adelaide in, I think it's Adelaide in Australia, where they are like a number of hours plus half an hour time difference. Like half an hour time difference, that does not compute. Okay. Well, this uses up a lot of those smaller pieces, but can't really tell what I'm building. But the desk is starting to feel less cluttered. That's a good thing. 1, 2, one more. Where is it? Ah, here. EST, yeah, Eastern. It's only when the clock switches to daylight saving times, then it gets confusing. But that might soon be a thing of the past as well, at least here in Europe, because they're going to abolish it. Just stick with the same time throughout the year. And I'm very much in favor of that. Okay. So this should be attached to the side of the castle. It should be right here. Okay. Fascinating. Wow, that is a solid construction. But this is not right. It's just not there yet. Uh-oh. Why doesn't this click? I was afraid to put too much pressure on it. I don't like this. Maybe I should start right there. Oh! Oh, it's not supposed to click. Seriously? Oh, okay. Wow. Where does it attach then? Only here? At the bottom? That feels flimsy. But I have to trust Lego. Yeah, there's just a gap here. Wait a minute, no. That can't be right. No, I must have made a mistake. This is impossible. This is not the Lego way. This can't be. What? Wait, hold on. Let me pry this loose. I don't trust this. I think I made a mistake. I must have made. It's always me. It's never Lego. Okay, let me pry this loose again. Careful. Now what? Okay, let's double check. We've got this. And we have... When did we fill that hole? Oh, was it this? Yes, it was. Okay, hold on. Let me just get that off. That is so weird. But I actually think this is the right thing. That is insane. It is correct. Or maybe that. Maybe that is wrong. Could that be it? I think I did something wrong. Okay. Take this off. Wait, how does this attach to that? I don't know. And yet, if I look there, this is not correct. Or is it? Wait, what? Oh, hold on. What? What is this? What am I doing wrong? Okay. I just think I did something wrong. I can't believe this is correct. Okay, this is what it's supposed to be. Now let me go back and what is this? Why does it have these white, or should it? No. Okay, so this. let's start with this. We've got this. I'm going to take this one off. Then, what did we do? This is went to the underside of it, like what? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm in trouble. Oh boy. Oh, you saw my Force Awakens reaction video? That's a long time ago. Yeah. That was insane. That got like 3 million views, and I had to. That was way before I was into YouTube, and so I never monetized it. And at one point, for a reason that was beyond my control, YouTube just closed down the channel. It was insane. Oh well, kind of fits what I was talking about earlier about the risk of relying too much on one channel. Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. This absolutely should be here. So I think I did the right thing. Yeah, I must have done the right thing. This goes here. Then we have this on top. That. We put this one here. And then we've got these sides. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So yeah, the build is correct. Wow. Okay, this is just the weirdest technique I've ever seen. That is so strange. This white bar, is that supposed to be there? It's gotta be. I just don't see it anywhere. Let me go back. Well, of course. Okay. I feel like I missed something, but what? That looks different. Wait a second, that looks so different. Okay, so we got this. Then we got that. Oh, no. This is the first. And then. How did this end up here? This white thing, which is nowhere to be. This is crazy. How on earth? This must have happened right here. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a second. I see what I did wrong. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay, this is the problem. You see this? This is not supposed to be on this side. It's supposed to be on the other side. So I these studs are in the way of whatever I need to place here. So that was why I was like, that can't be right. But now I need to kind of somehow move this around. going to be so tricky. Steven says, I've been watching your builds, then you were gone. I was wondering what happened to you. Yeah, COVID is what happened to me and to the rest of the world. Okay, so yeah, that's it. But how am I going to fix this? Okay, let's try something scary. Okay, slowly, gently. Can I pry this loose? Oh, no, careful! Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. Now I need to concentrate. Concentrate! Pry this loose. Turn this one around. Now we're talking. Put this back quickly before I forget. And then we place this. Did I do the right thing? Uh-oh. Careful now. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Oh, this reminds me of the Hogwarts castle. So much. Not in a good way. Okay. Now, let's see. Yes! I think I survived. Woohoo! Yes. Fixed it. Fixed it. I think. Whew. Yeah, so because of COVID, so much of my work changed, and it used up so much energy. I just couldn't do anything like Lego building. And with the new year, I deliberately told myself, you know, I enjoyed this so much last year. I'm going to do this no matter what. And so here we are again. Unfortunately, of course, now I need to go and rebuild my audience, because everybody has moved on, except for you. So grateful that you are there. Okay, that is a ton better. Yes. No, this feels perfect. Oh gosh, what an IKEA moment. Whoa. All right, the rest is going to be a piece of cake. Yes, I had COVID, yes. I got it the last week of September. And I was pretty sick for 3 weeks. Like, in bed, high fever. Especially the headaches were killing me. Just constant headache, no matter what I did. All day long and all night long. That was the worst. So I couldn't sleep that well. And then when it was over, hold on. I think, no. I'm trying to figure out what they want me to do here. Like this? Ah, like that. Okay. I made a fundamental mistake. So when I was no longer contagious and the fever was gone, the headaches were subsiding, I went back to work, but I already had incurred a lot of delay, so I was behind on schedule with my TV work. And so I worked so hard for about 2 months. Well, so I got sick September, around October 15, 16, I got out of bed. And then I immediately went back to work. Even when I had COVID, in the weeks that I had high fever, I still was working on the TV show every week. So I still delivered it. I did an entire day of editing with 39 degrees Celsius. So that was the stupidest thing, because now I have a relapse. It started around Christmas, where I'm very tired, and I just didn't understand it. It's like I'm cured. I'm done with COVID. The virus is gone. So why am I not feeling well? Why don't I have any energy? So my doctor sent me to a physical therapist. It's actually an organization that is specialized in post-COVID treatment. They did an assessment, and they quickly figured out what was going on. Turns out, when I got COVID, I was pretty fit. I was training for a marathon, and I think that being so fit and healthy has prevented me from a lot of the complications. And so when the virus was gone, I still had some leftover energy. And because I just had, the virus just didn't take away everything. And my big mistake was that I started, instead of recovering and giving myself time to recover, like a lot of people were telling me to do, I went back to work. I was like, okay, I'm more tired than I used to be, but I can do this. I'll just push my limits, kind of with the mentality of what I do with running. You know, every time you run, you go a little bit further. You try to go to push your boundaries, so you get stronger. In this case, what was happening was that I was using up the last bit of leftover energy from before I had COVID, and my body was still on red alert because of COVID. So it's a system shock. It's a very aggressive virus. So because I was immediately after getting out of bed, I was putting a lot of stress on my system, both on my body and on my mind. The red alert didn't go, wasn't taken, I didn't go back to yellow alert. So the body was constantly like in stress mode, and I had a very high heart rate. So it was usually around 90 or 100 sometimes even. If I would walk up the stairs, it would jump to 125, which is way too high. I had a runner's pace heart rate, so very low heart rate. And I would be so tired all the time, like exhausted. And I've been in therapy now for hold on, I need to do something and I don't understand. Where do I attach this? Uh-oh. Oh, no, I made another mistake. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yep. Okay, this is around the same time that I made the other mistake. I must have been... oh, that's it. Yeah, that was the point where in the manual I was like, I'm not sure I see exactly what I should do. Now I understand what I did wrong. I'm not sure if I can fix it though. This is tricky. Let me show you on camera. So here you got these triangles here. This one is pointing to the side. This one is pointing forward, and it should also point this way. So I'm not sure if I can undo that. We're going to give it a try. So anyway, the physical therapist has given me a lot of exercises to kind of de-stress. Oh, this is going to be almost impossible to fix. Wow. Spent more time fixing stuff than building. Okay, let me just, I'm just going to kind of cheat and pry this loose somehow. Let's see if it works. Oh gosh, that's not going to work. How is this attached? I may have to take this off once more. Let me do that. So now it's all about pacing myself, and I'm working with a very fixed schedule. No more work in the evening, except for building Lego. Golly. No, there's not enough room here to change the position of this stone. Maybe if I pry it open. Usually a bad idea to use force. Okay, now I need to see how to disassemble this. When did we add those upper layers? Okay. So that should be able to lift that up. Well, in theory. Oh. But this is... Hey, Skilly. This is a new castle. This is the Disney castle. So this is not Hogwarts, but this is Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. So what I have is described as long COVID. So it's not COVID itself, but it's the long-term, it's the result of the stress that COVID has put on both mind and spirit, or mind and body, mostly body. And that is kind of my therapist said it is as if you've been in a major road accident. What I see with long COVID, with patients like you, it's not everyone gets these symptoms. It's usually the overachievers, people that don't take time to recover properly. They get these problems. And she said, I see it over and over again. But COVID itself has been as if you were in a grave accident. Nobody would expect you to go back to work after, having been in a car crash. Nobody would tell you after 3 weeks, okay, now you can just do as if you're back to normal. Everybody would give you leeway. With COVID, because it's less visible, people would tell me, hey, you look so much better. And I was like, yeah, but I feel on the inside, I feel terrible. And so you start telling that to yourself. You're like, oh, well, maybe I should go back to work. And that's what got me. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find a knife somewhere to pry this open. So anyway, the upside is physically, it's fixable. It's fixable. It just takes time, and I've been making, especially the last few weeks, I feel that I've been making a lot of progress. And I can tell by my heartbeat. My heartbeat is slowly getting back to normal. Okay, this may just work. Now I turn it. I hope this is going to work. Oh, but that one is blocking it. Ugh. Okay. Hold on. Oops. Okay, careful now. I'll just show you the action. This is scary. So it's now detached. This lower part kind of got loose. I don't know how. I didn't intend it. Now I can pry this one loose, slant it sideways, and then see if I can put it back in the same in the same position without. I think this is going to work. Is it going to work? I think this might just do the trick. Well, ay, caramba. Start with this. I'm not there yet. This. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Now I can just put some pressure on it and everything should be more or less back to what it was. Whoa. Okay, that was tricky. But we did it. Yeah, everything is firmly back where it belongs. I'm glad you like the videos, Miss Amy. Niels asked a while ago, what kind of music do you like? Maybe a fun idea to also make music reactions. I like so many different types of music. not something specific. I like classical music, I like pop music, I like to sing along, I like Dutch music. But I don't have very outspoken reactions to music. It's not like with Star Wars. I get like a child again. With music doesn't have that same effect on me. So the reactions would not be as fun, I guess. Okay, we're getting there. This is something I've done before. Oh, it's not entirely well put together. This. Sketch. For some reason the comments scrolled back. Well, thank you. That's so kind, Stephen, to be worried. Yeah, sometimes people only follow me here on YouTube, and I've been posting about the process on Facebook and Twitter, but not everyone is on Facebook and Twitter, and if they are, they're not necessarily following me, so sometimes you have that disconnect. It's like just the other day, I heard from a very good friend of mine that he was hospitalized. He's currently in the hospital with COVID, and I was like, what? I just listened to your podcast, which apparently was recorded earlier. But yeah, I've been posting on my Patreon page. Okay. No wonder that I didn't know, because I don't go there. Oh well. All right. I think it is maybe. Okay, we've got 2 more pages. I think I can finish that. But I don't think I'll get rid of all the junk that's here on the table. But I'm going to stop at the end of this step because I need to go sleep. What time is it? It's 11. Yeah. Considering I was up. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going too quickly. Concentrate. First, look at the manual. Since I was up this morning at 5:45, maybe it is time for me to sleep. And usually, well, I have to say that it's true that Lego is kind of relaxing. Also for me. So when I'm recording, sometimes I'm recording a podcast very late. And then I really have to wind down and I can't sleep right away. With Lego, there's something hypnotic about it. Maybe also because I'm not constantly looking at a screen. So that is relaxing. Okay. So, whoops. Just do this. We just added these round elements to the tower. What else? Oh, wow. This reminds me again of Harry Potter. Because now we're going to add an entire wall with just these circular elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 8. 6, 7, 8. So we'll cover this entire thing. Oops. Yeah, I think one of the towers in Harry Potter used the same technique, just the smaller ones. The Harry Potter towers were terrible. They were so hard. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Like this. Whoa. Stay here. Okay. It's so different. So here you have the one piece thing, and here they want you to do bricks. Oh well. It's Lego. They know what they're doing. Okay, what is this? How many of those? 4. 1, 2, 3. Number 4. 4. And 8. These triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, good, good. All right. Okay, so this is the same. 2. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Like this. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. Ah, I see. Interesting. Definitely a new technique here. So we're kind of approximating a circle, but we're using triangles, so it's going to be a little bit clunkier. I wonder why this tower is so different from all the others. And then we're going to do ornamentation on the other side. So this is kind of a fairy tale thingy. Interesting. 3 of these. Just going to put this away. So these a big one like that, and then we're going to use the purple stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, and gold. So we've got 1 magic lantern, 1 piece of gold, and then 4 of these holders, and 4 clamps, also in gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we going to make? We've got this. Then we add this. Right? Then we add this. Okay. Next, purple. Ooh, I like these colors. Very much the Aladdin colors. And this. On the sides. Oh, that was quick. And then we add these holders. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Then that gets added. Right here. Upside down. Ah. Wait. How? Like this? No. No, 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 no. How is this supposed to connect? Oh, wait a minute. It's just much simpler than I thought. This just goes right here. Ah, I see. Like that? Yep. I guess that's it. And then we put the lid on top of the teapot or whatever it is. Yeah, this must be Aladdin's magic lamp, right? And just like a small detail that is hidden right here at the bottom. And so now you see that they've created a nice, like, I suppose this is a flag or something like that, or, oh no, this is just a magic carpet, of course. This is the magic carpet. And the lamp. Ah, funny. Okay, I get it. It's a bit abstract, but it works. Very funny. Oh, okay, last step. Last step involves the slanted pieces. Yeah, you're right, it is the magic carpet. And now I have a whole new world in my head. An earworm that will probably stick with me for a couple days. Over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. Yeah, it's in my head. One of the best Disney songs, I still think. Better than what they did with Frozen. I've never been a big fan of the style of the newer Disney musicals. It's because I'm just a grumpy old man. It was perfect the way it was, and then they go and do all these newfangled things for the youngsters. That's not the Disney I used to like. It's like all the people that complain about Star Wars not being Star Wars. I'm thinking, okay, may not be your Star Wars, but okay, let me just add these right here. Oh, careful. Ah! Cosa succede? Oh, you just watched Aladdin. The animated version, I hope. Prince Ali, mighty is he. And I don't know the lyrics. Well, that movie had so many catchy tunes. I guess only The Lion King comes close. Come on. Ah, not again. Will you please stay put? All right. Why don't I start with this one? Okay. Now, that's the sound I like to hear. Now, can I hear that sound also on this side of the castle, please? Just a solid click. Yeah. Well. Ah! Okay, I thought I heard a click, but it wasn't clicky enough. Was that a click? No, it wasn't. Well, maybe it was. Yes. Yes, my precious. Good. Huh? You're supposed to be a hole? Okay. I guess. All right, sticker time. Oh, we're done with the stones. Thank goodness. I'm not a fan of stickers. Okay. And that is done. Okay, that should be in the middle. So I guess around about here. Very good. Okay, nice. Nice, I like it. Okay, and then we're going to connect this. Yes, it is, as I predicted, the right side of the castle. Haha. Good. Why do I have all this still here? I guess that's for another day. Put that aside. I'm going to switch to the main camera again. Oh, the Small World song. Yeah, that is a crime against humanity. It's a small world after all. It's supposed to be an earworm, but it's just not the greatest song. Okay, where does this go? I think it should be here. Oh, oh boy. This was a challenge last time. So I can see what it should do there. I just don't know. Hey, is this missing something here? I just noticed. I just noticed one brick missing there. Wow. Oh, I see more bricks missing. How can that be? Wait, is it? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Or maybe what could have happened, no, it's just this one. It's only one brick. And I don't think I have it here. So it must have fallen off at one point during transport. Okay. I just have to remind myself of fixing that later. In the meantime, I need to figure out a way to place this in the right position here. So this, yes, something is clicking. I think that's it. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. I like it, I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The result of another session is the lower part of the castle. Can you see this? Now the entire front of the castle is done, which means next time we're probably going to go up and build the second stage. There's going to be a third one. So yes, this is going to be huge, this castle. It's going to be really, really big. But so far so good. I only have to remember putting that one little detail right here somewhere in front. There's one little triangle missing. Nothing too problematic, but still. All right, that was fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have a moment and you're still in the chat, if you can give the video a thumbs up, that little bits help, especially at the start of a channel. So if you can give it a thumbs up or leave a comment, all the interaction is helping with building the audience, because that's what the algorithm is monitoring. It's like, is there any engagement from the people that watch? So thanks for your help, and we'll do this again sometime soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay healthy, and thanks so much for your company. It was a pleasure.